So I brought these Mad Libs. Because I thought together as a group, we can kind of come up with like a fun, silly new bit together. You feel like you're more part of the show. I feel like I had to write less material. So let's go ahead and I'm going to get some suggestions from the crowd. Now, so I'm going to have you shout these out, but fellas, try not to be too dirty. There are ladies present. Well, how many ladies are here by show of titties? How many ladies are here by show of bare breasts? Just a couple of you? Well, either way, let's be respectful. So, if you could just shout these out, and let's go ahead and start with maybe over here, shout out a plural noun. Just shout out a plural noun. Sheep? Sheep. Sheep. All right, now over here, can we get an adjective? Just shout out an adjective. Wet. I mean, I said over here, but you gotta go with wet. Okay. All right, now can I get a location you might find kids? From anybody. What's that? Playground. 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 All right. Let's see what we came up with here, gang. Ladies, gentlemen, and sheep. In accordance with Section 2250 of Title 18 United States Code, I am legally obligated to inform you that I, Martin Urbano, am a registered sex offender. Who do they come up with this stuff? If you have any questions regarding my case or sentencing, please contact my wet parole officer. So where is the nearest playground? So, I did that bit during my national television stand-up debut. It was on a show called Jimmy Kimmel Live. Now, a couple things about that show and about that set. Firstly, Jimmy Kimmel Live airs on a channel called ABC, which is owned by the Disney Corporation. Now, secondly, for location you might find kids, the audience member that night said, Disneyland. So, I went on Disney's ABC, said that I'm a pedophile, and then implied that I was gonna go to Disneyland to, presumably, say it with me, prey on small children. And people loved it. I got an applause break, and I had a wonderful time at Disney the next day. But after I did that set, some things started to happen. Like, people started to ask and wonder if I was actually a registered sex offender. Yeah. And it's like, anybody who knows me knows that I am an unregistered sex offender. Because I don't like the idea of the government put me on no goddamn list. No, but seriously. People, they'd ask me if I was actually a sex offender. And it's like, does this look like the face of a sex offender? And the answer is yes. Sex offenders come in all shapes and sizes. Don't be narrow-minded. Now, I want to share with you all a screenshot. That somebody sent me from their family group chat. Their family group chat in which they shared my Mad Libs bit. And this response is from their mom. Oh my God, I laughed. Was that wrong? Is he really a registered sex offender? Is it so bad that that would make it even funnier? Person replies to their mom, yes, that's bad. Mom continues, I've watched it like 5 times. The timing is perfect. Is he really a sex offender? Now, obviously, that's my type of MILF, but that brings me to the next thing. People in my life, they started to get concerned. They'd ask me things like, Martin, why do you know the age of consent laws in every state? And I tell them, Because I travel a lot. I'm gonna share with you all a tweet. A tweet somebody sent me regarding my pedophile jokes after a show one night. It wasn't the jokes themselves, it was the sheer amount of them, which is fair. Now that's more or less where that pedophile chunk used to end. Now I know. No, please, more pedophile jokes. Well, you're in luck. Because I wanted to share this interaction I had with y'all. One time after a show in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a woman messages me. A woman who's sitting in the front row messages me. She says, "Thanks for a fun night." I replied, "Thanks for coming out." And then she said, "The funniest part, which you could not have possibly known, is that the guy I was there with is actually on the sex offenders registry." Crying laugh emoji, crying laugh emoji. So, an actual registered sex offender was in the audience of my show. And he's here again tonight. A round of applause. No. But after getting this information, I of course had to know, did he think I was funny? And she replied, "He thought you were very funny, but he found it funnier to watch me be cringy and awkward over the fact that half your set applied to him. Ha ha ha. But yes, he got out last year after doing 8 years federal." Which then begs the follow-up question. What was his favorite joke? But I never found out. Never found out what he did either. But it made me think, what did it mean that an actual sex offender watched my show and liked it? Maybe he's like one of the chill register. Like, I think I'm making these jokes in a certain way to be perceived in a certain... But little do I know, I'm just performing for a bunch of pedophiles. Like I am here tonight. In my comedy circles, sometimes they call me the pedophile comedian. Do you know how hard it is to be known as the pedophile comedian when the competition is so goddamn fierce? A lot of things you can't do. A lot of things you can't do as the pedophile comedian. Can't babysit. My friends, they won't let me babysit their kids. And I tell them, look, either way tonight, I am watching your children. What side of the window do you want me on? I don't know. I don't know why I do it. A few months ago, I was doing a show in Brooklyn, New York. This lady comes up to me after the show. She was drunk. Apparently she was heckling me all night, but she was in the back. I couldn't hear her. She's drunk. She comes up to me. She says, "So what are the allegations against you?" I tried Googling it. I tried Googling your name allegations. You said allegations. I tried Googling it. What are the allegations? I tried Googling it. Couldn't find anything. What are the allegations? So after watching my entire show, I still had to explain to this lady how to use Bing. They're all on Bing.com. It's like a sponsorship thing. People don't get it. People don't maybe get it, maybe. I was doing a show in August. I was doing a month of shows in August in the UK. Doing a month of shows, and I got this review. I'd like to share with you all right now. My favorite line from that review. "Good luck disentangling whether we're laughing at misogyny and child abuse or at a desperate comic who thinks they're clever." 3 out of 5 stars, but still. Kind of a lot of stars though, right? Like either we're laughing at an actual pedophile or some piece of shit who thinks they're funny. C+. Like, okay. actually pretty good in the grand scheme of things. My friend, Drew. My friend Drew, he saw me perform this, material multiple times at that festival. And his takeaway was, yeah, man, it's a funny show, but I just don't get why that pedophile chunk at the end is so long. Seriously, Martin, write it down, look at it. And I did. Do you know how many times I say pedophile in this hour? 18 at least, I swear. Now, here's the thing. What worries me the most sometimes are people that do like it. Guys coming up to me after shows, hey, thanks for making a safe space for us pedophiles. I got this message in January after a show. I got this message. I can't tell if it's a joke or not. Hi, Martin. Saw your show last night. Loved the pedophile jokes. Didn't much care for the introspective stuff. Keep it up. People ask me, Martin, when? When are you going to stop making all of these pedophile jokes? And I would tell them, well, when they get old. I think it's officially these jokes' 18th birthday. 17 here in Texas. I think it's time I hang up my trench coat, park my unmarked van, release all those little kids from my basement, and I am the pedophile comedian no more. From now on, only jokes about abuse towards women of a legal age. Thank you. If you can believe it, that pedophile chunk used to be over 30 minutes long, but you're welcome. I trimmed it down to a tight 15. A tight 15? My favorite. Okay, that's the last one. That's the last one, I think. Probably last one.